Greetings, all my dreamers and dreamettes. It's your boy Mickey Fenty, aka Mickey Made It. If you're new to this channel, you know what to do to this channel. Subscribe right now. Okay, today's live is brought to you by Inspired by Dreams Clothing. And if you want to get your latest drip on, you already know, support the brand Inspired by Dreams .shop. And that's dreams with three Z's at the end. Okay. Let's get it, man. Let's get it, man. So we got a lot of things to talk about today, man. As far as about entertainment, as far as about society, what's been going on for this 4th of July. There's a lot of things to talk about. And I just wanted to break a few things down for you guys. But first things we want to do is always just huddle up, and we're gonna send out this healing energy to all the victims of this 4th of July. But if you're in this live, that means you made it. So God bless you. God bless you. Okay, I wanted to start with Marlon Wayans. So Marlon Wayans, we're hearing that in Los Angeles, his house got burglarized, and he had his brother and his family in there while it got burglarized. And once again, this all rings a bell to all of us that it's just not safe in certain areas. People are, I think, at this time, people are being targeted. So they're saying that they took money out of his safe. Sometimes maybe it's a new safe he bought. You never know where this is coming from. It could be a new place where he bought the safe. Anybody buying these safes, everybody knows you're putting something valuable in the safe, so that can be a target. You never know. It could be the people around you helping you put the safe up. It could be anybody just seeing that you're bringing a safe into your home, or it could just be somebody just wanted to burglarize your home because of your celebrity. So these are things that's just been going crazy. And I don't know if you guys have that's heard, the amount of mass shootings on 4th of July was just around the country. It was crazy. And the gun violence, we're seeing it as much as we think that, people are getting stopped and they're getting arrested for these guns. We're seeing like an increase of people with guns. So it's getting more scarier and scarier in where everybody, first it started with just certain areas and certain places, but now it's become a thing of just society in general, all around. I mean, even the richest of areas, they're being burglarized and people are being robbed. It's just crazy out there. So I'm just saying to myself, like, wow, is it like a increase of the guns out there, or are we actually tackling that problem, the gun violence problem? Are we doing that? Because more and more every day on the news, I'm seeing more kids get killed, and they're getting hurt at a young age. The ages are getting younger and younger. I know you guys see it. I know you guys see it. So to Marlon Wayans and his family, thank God, that things didn't go left, and it could, because in these certain situations, the mental health out there, things can just go left so quick. So just thank God that you're still living. Everything else that's been stolen, that's just material stuff that you can always make back 100 times more. And you just gotta, in these times, thank God that you have a life spared, and you and your family have a life spared to just live another day, because life is worth more than all these material things people are chasing and stealing from other people and hurting people for. And they're not realizing just their life in general. They're just throwing their life away for things that have really no meaning or value to it. These are things that people attach value to it, and it just, people are just going crazy for the things that they can't afford or they can't obtain. So that's just a sad thing. Next, let's talk about the Kendrick Lamar video. So Kendrick Lamar, he releases his video, and the video, I thought it was a really dope video. He had a couple things in there. I've seen people saying that I didn't, I have to really, when I'm looking at something, I was just caught up with the energy of the song, but they were saying that Kendrick Lamar's wife was dancing on Drake's grave. I think that at this point in time, I think people are learning in the industry that, I guess, we're trying to balance out, because so what do you want us to say? Because Kendrick Lamar, he's not a bad guy. I think his, for what he's achieved up to this point, I think this thing is an extravaganza. He's extending this whole, he's taking this is more than a party. This is a time in hip hop where he has staple. I can't take that away from him. I just feel like the video was cool. It wasn't really like it didn't like over outweigh the song. The song is what it is. I think the song is the staple. The song is the strength in it, just the energy it brings to people when how they're having a good time. That's what music is really made for. It's really made for people to be out there having a good time, or it just strike an emotion in you that makes you, reflect on something that's real to you. So once again, that's another win for Kendrick with a dope video. And yeah, I'm gonna be checking that video out once again later on. And there's a lot more to come in hip hop. I'm just glad that he's keeping the energy of hip hop going. And people, really, when it comes down to the violence and things like that, it has really, I think that is more coming into hip hop from a different genre of music out of hip hop. It's really street music. People are having this drill back and forth fighting, and they're realizing that the violence is bringing them more views and is bringing them more attention. And they build that attention to a point where we see instances like Julio Fulio. Look how it ends up. A lot of his whole death, if you really analyze it, it has a lot to do with social media. It has 100% to do with social media. It's sad, but it's a sad truth. I mean, I mean, a lot of this stuff could have been avoided. I know when you take somebody's life, people are gonna be out there for revenge for you, but there's ways that you can make amends, and there's ways where you can keep yourself out of the way, even if you can't come to a point where y'all are piecing it up. You can keep yourself out of the way and make better moves, so you won't end up in situations like he did, or just the whole thing. Because the cops, I'm hearing that they actually have everything on tape, and they're just like I told you with the AI. It's just all about rewinding and putting the pieces together in the puzzle, and then eventually we'll see everybody getting arrested who was involved with the Julio Fulio. I don't know if you guys even seen it. I watched this video where this girl that she had worked in the hotel, she was just explaining what was going on in the whole area that he was around when he had got shot. It was gang related. People are doing dealing and doing a whole bunch is going on around that area. So this is an area he shouldn't have even been in the first place, especially on your birthday. So there's a lot of mistakes made that came to the cause of his death. I don't want to point the finger at anybody. It's just saying we just got to stop the gun violence and just have more respect for each other in general, so these type of situations won't happen. I don't know. I don't know where else to go with that, because I can't just tell you who was right or wrong. I've seen some videos that he did that was so disrespectful to other people's families that I just can't even think that somebody would go out there and even want to record something like that and want the masses to see it, and it has so many views. It's just so disrespectful. It seems like the disrespectful gets the millions and millions, and the more disrespectful it is, the more it breaks the code of your morals and what people deem to be the just going the right way. The more the views are just rising, because people tend to, I guess, they're attracted to the nonsense. They're attracted to the violence, and it's sad, but we're gonna have to take our minds off of that and try to detach ourselves from the people that's putting out there harmful music to people, because the kids see that, hear that, and they take on that energy and end up going down a path where they end up getting hurt. So we don't want to see that. We really don't want to see that. It sucks that it ends up that way, but it's not even a predictable moment anymore. It's kind of like, it's just like, it's almost in a way like it's almost a cycle. Predictions is one thing, but when it's become a point where we just know, okay, on this day, a whole lot of people is gonna. It just becomes a cycle. It's sad. It's just sad. The latest on Diddy is so much going on in behind the scenes with Diddy. So we know that he's selling this LA mansion, and now they're pulling. I'm hearing they're pulling the criminal investigation up with him by the feds. And I was watching the Art of Dialogue. Shouts out to the Art of Dialogue. That's a dope channel. It's just been covering the girl that in the allegedly that Diddy had. She's saying, Diddy is the one that has shot her in the club with Shine. And she was just saying that, Diddy had, behind the scenes, she had to move. She was a business owner and she was taking care of her business. It wasn't like she was chasing these people. She was out there just having a good time that night. And she kind of explained that how, behind the scenes, Diddy had put out, like, allegedly put out hits on her and things like that. So you can tell the way a lot of people try to solve their problems is try to erase it, or try to, like, get people to not look at it in a different way. And you got to remember, at that time, social media was not even around. So there was no way to run the people that have her back, and these type of things. And these times you're more back. There's more cameras out. AIs covers things. It puts things in a timeline for you. But you can just imagine. So I just say there's a lot of allegations coming in. I'm hearing these up to 12. All I say is don't be the one to point the finger and point out who's right or who's telling the truth or who's not telling the truth. Just be mindful that there's victims out there and they're piling up. And just, just tend to those people and make, some people, you can believe what you want to believe, but the whole truth of this behind this mask of what Diddy painted is, it's not good. It's a bad guy. So that's the last thing I heard on Diddy as far as like his allegations and things like that. It's just more people coming up, and it's sad. I don't know, and being that I feel like being that this been happening for so long, yeah, it could be somebody after him trying to do something to him because maybe he did business a certain way with somebody that maybe they didn't like, and now they're pulling these up because if you knew all these years, why weren't these allegations coming up? It means that you were letting these slide, paying people off. He was doing a lot of this stuff just to get rid of this stuff. And now that the people that could get rid of it are not on his side, it seems like these allegations are not. You can't pay these away. So that seems to be the point. That's what I think is going on. And just on the fashion side, I wanted to let you guys know. Did you guys hear about Dior? See, they this is what I've been telling you about a lot of brands. The brands that care and the brands that don't care. The smaller brands like myself, Inspired by Dreams, we're more in the streets, in the pulse of what's going on in society. Now, the Dior company, they paid suppliers for this particular bag. They only paid the suppliers $57 to produce it. Yet they took that same bag and sold it to you guys for $2,780, allegedly. Go check the story out. And it just goes to show that do people want to take all that you have, or do people want you to become like a family with their brand? Watch what you buy and who you buy it from, because some of these brands they don't care about. They just put a higher price for you guys, and this is what got the kids running out there stealing because they see these high prices and think that's the real value. The value is when you put on an outfit and you put that story into the outfit. Don't let that outfit make you. Don't let that outfit make you. That's not what fashion's about. You have to put your story into your outfit, into the way you dress. And that's what makes brands grow. Not just slapping on something and because it's a high price tag and it looks weird, but you just know it's expensive and that's all you could tell people. It's not the way to go, man. It's just not the way to go. As a fashion designer, I can't respect that. I could only respect brands that come with stories and they tell something behind the brand that makes that brand grow and just attach to people out there that wants to support it. So that's the reason why I just wanted to bring that to you and let you guys know, some of these brands, not all of them, but some of them really don't care about the culture. They just slap high prices on there and they're really in this like money war with other brands that they've been warring with for years, instead of thinking about the people that's brought their brand up. So that's all I have to say on that. Oh, so shouts out to my cousin. Shouts out to Riri. Shouts out to Rihanna. Don't we all love Rihanna, y'all? She can't do nothing wrong on this channel, right? So shouts out to Rihanna. So I heard she jumped into Glow's DMs and was just asking her about her album, when is it dropping. Just wanted to get an insight on what's going on. I like Glow too, and I think that her album is going to be one of those ones that sets a time for the female MCs and really is going to be something to be reckoned with for the summertime. So shouts out to Rihanna, shouts out to Glow, shouts out to my boy ASAP Rocky. Y'all already know. They can't do wrong on this channel. Family for life. And what else I had something else to bring to you guys. I wanted to talk to you guys about. Oh, so do you guys listen to SexyRed? I just wanted to ask this question. Is SexyRed's audience younger kids or middle-aged kids? Because I'm hearing this argument coming around on social media about SexyRed and, her audience is a younger demographic and the things that she puts out there, it affects the younger demographics and not the, So I don't know. I'm not sure about her music, but if what I'm saying, if you listen to SexyRed, if it's for the middle-aged youth, then her music is okay. If the middle-aged youth is supporting SexyRed, then that's okay. But if she has a younger audience, then it kind of makes the music a little too much. So let me know, you guys. Do you guys listen to SexyRed? Like, what's her audience demographic? Is it like younger folks listen to really, really young, too young to listen to her music? Or is it like the middle age? Hey, what's up, y'all? What's up? What's good, y'all? Make sure y'all like on your way in. Like the video, it helps the channel grow. all my dreamers out there. But yeah, but that's why, with Sexy Red, like I was just thinking, like, if her demographic fits her age, then that's cool. But if her music is being marketed to the younger youth, well, that might be a little bit too much for the younger youth, and I could understand the argument. But being that I don't listen to the music, I didn't really get a substantial amount of listens to her music to say, oh, I don't really know her demographic. You guys will have to tell me that. But that's what I'm just hearing coming up on social media, about Sexy Red, the way she presents herself, and to her demographic. I feel like if it's for the middle-aged youth, then it's perfect. It's they're just having fun. But if the younger kids are attaching to that, then that's a no-go. We have to have some kind of line between what the youth listen to, the middle-aged, and adults. Middle-aged and adults could listen to the same, but the youth, they have to have a little cutoff point on just the type of hip-hop that they're taking in, because in these times, that's their times where that's their learning moments. We don't want to clutter those times in their life. Middle age is cool. You kind of have a sense of yourself and you're growing into an adult. But the youth, no. I would say not a lot of the music that's coming out of hip hop right now, the youth should be really attached to. Whether they're dancing to it or whatever, just give them the instrumental, not the words. Let me see. Let me see. You see what I'm saying? And my chat ain't gonna lie to me. They're not gonna lie to me. They're saying, yo, it's are you young? There's people are saying she should be canceled. Are you, Sexy Red? Are you sending this music out to the little kids? That's not right. Nah, that ain't right. That ain't right. That ain't right. That ain't right. I could understand if the middle-aged people was taking that, like, people that's going out and just getting their first taste of partying and clubbing, and they were taking into her music. But if they're not taking to her music, and it's only the kids that's taking into the Sexy Red music, I can't go for it. Whether it's hip-hop, I just can't go for it. That's not right, because these kids are being influenced crazy. More and more every day we're seeing the youth picking up guns and hurting other youth. They don't even know no better. So when we see, and we don't want these little girls going out there and thinking at a young age having sex and all of this is the thing to do, because it's not. That's not the thing to do. So if that's where that's leading, please, please, you guys, somebody step up and put some sense in that female's head and let that queen know she gotta fix her crown. Because if you don't fix her crown, just like the males out here, the women are crumbling too, because they are lost in this fake love, and it's just misguidance. It's misguidance. I'm seeing it a lot with men and women not knowing what love is, jumping into relationships, and things is going crazy for this nonsense. We got to have some kind of standards here for ourselves. Let's set them as adults and middle-aged folks so that the youth won't come up to this stuff. We seeing what's going on. The youth is even killing us. The youth is killing everybody. They don't know what's going on. And it's because of this social media bundling everybody up in the same party. We're not in the same party. I don't want to party with the kids. I party with grown folk. I don't party with the kids. So they shouldn't have to endure the things that we're doing. Come on now, we could do better than that as a society. That's one of the problems that's being filtered into the streets. We can't do that. We can't do that. And what's happening just here in the Bronx? What's the name of the school? It's a Catholic school that just closed down, an all girls Catholic school. I think it's St. Barnabas. It's sad because they don't have funding for these private schools, and the things that really these are the times of the kids' life where this is detrimental. If they skip past this time, they race into this adult life stage, and life just gives them a beat down. And we know better. We have to find a way to filter the music to the people and have an audience separated. It has to be some kind of separation with the youth listening to music and adults. There should be a way where it should be all instrumentals with the youth. All instrumentals. That is it. No words. Let them attach whatever words they're thinking of and it could come out their head. But once you start filtering their minds with this nonsense, and we know it is, it puts them in a place where they get lost at an early age. We can't do this. We gotta start getting this at the root. This comes from the home. If we don't start thinking about it that way, then we are going to be in big problems. We're already in big problems. I'm not gonna lie to you. We in some dog shit. We in some dog shit all around the country. We can't hide it. America cannot hide it. We're all going through it. Everybody. Because we every day we turn on the news and we see the youth out there, whether they hurting somebody or getting hurt. And it's for the same thing. Stealing, stuff that don't even worth nothing. Gun violence. The youth the sex is crazy because everything is sexualized now. You can't even get in the bus anymore without seeing the youth seeing some sexual post or something up there anymore. Come on now, we gotta do better than that. We could do better than that. It's ridiculous. And then you can't come back and just want to say you going viral doing what? That's my I always ask that. Like, what are you going? What did you go viral for? Because all I can see is behind you. I can't see what's in front of you. All I can see is what's behind you. You shaking this, shaking that, and then the youth. That's all they see. They see Mom Dukes in front of the camera doing that. Come on, we gotta do better than that. We gotta do better than that. We can't just throw the youth away like that. And so many people out here hurt, y'all. It's like they just watching the youth go into just crash into the wall. For real, it's sad. It's just, come on, man. Yeah, we all want to say. I could have bet $1 million for the 4th of July it was going to be the most shootings. And why? And or for what? For what? Think about it. Was this energy that you was harboring with you before the 4th of July? Or was this a time when you said, there's going to be a lot of fireworks in the air, and when we shoot these guns, they're not going to know the difference, not realizing that the cameras will? What was it? Why'd you do it? What was it? Because the results are nasty. The results are ugly. It's disgusting. Mothers crying. Aunts dead. Youth killed. All of this is going around. If y'all look on the news right now in New York City, we had a lot of shootings. And don't talk about Chicago. It's a damn shame. People won't even raise a dog out there, let alone buy some property out there. You see what's happening to the economy? Nobody wants to invest in these areas or put the right businesses in these areas for them to grow. Just having a Chinese store or McDonald's is not growing the community. Let's more think about having youth centers and think about having other things like that. Maybe a place where they can learn the internet a little better, take their eyes off of what people are pushing in their face, and you start having them in a place where you can put the education in front of them. All we know for the past couple years, half of them been cheating because having the phone in school. Because the results are looking bad. It's looking bad out here. And parents are holding their head down, ducking, going here and there, but you still gotta go back to the problem and try to find some kind of solution. They still growing, whether they growing up in prison or growing up outside. You can't duck from it. You can't duck from it. And it's not just regular folk in the street. It's celebrities too. They trying to hold on to the kids they got because their kids are lost. It's all crazy, y'all. It's all crazy. I can't sit here and tell you the energy was all good for 4th of July. No, it wasn't. I was hearing the news come in, man, more gunpowder in the air than those damn fireworks. And I'm like, man, I knew it. But if you're on this live, God bless you. You made it. Can't get anywhere like that. We can't get anywhere like that. You can't get anywhere where, and the more they're getting paid for the violence on these platforms and getting paid for this type of, this type of people championing this. Oh, you got scored because you killed one of them, or you got an op over here. The more they get championed for these type of things, it's the more that they're gonna indulge in this stuff because it's bringing them money, and sometimes more money than a record label would even give them. And that's just the truth. Whether they're going to be able to live long enough to spend the money, usually that's not the case. But they have this short-term way of thinking, making them feel like, every minute is their last minute. So they just try to enjoy it as much as they can. You can't live like that. These parents need to start implementing more religion in the household. More. We need more of that. And we're gonna need the stars like the Kendrick Lamars and the stars like the Drakes. Yep, I said it. The Kendrick Lamars and the Drake, the people that's ahead and that everybody has their eyes attached on. We're gonna need those people to step up and start giving more upfront of society and how they feel about it. Because if the kids are not gonna listen to us and they're gonna listen to them, they hold that responsibility, at least for us, because we the ones that's buying it for the kids to listen to. So they're gonna have to hold the same way you can put that energy in tearing somebody down is the same way you can put that energy in building somebody up. So after the battle and after the war is all over and everybody stops to laughing and joking because he fell down or he got punched in the face, after that shit's all over, we still gotta rebuild it. So take your same energy, go back in the studio now and start talking to them kids. Don't talk to us. Y'all already know how to talk to us. Talk to them kids, man, that look up to y'all and just think that life is only one way because they gotta hurt somebody or destroy somebody to win something. Do it that way. And that's how you can redeem yourself. Not just going at each other and just headbutting. Show people that after it's all over, oh, by the way, here's the jewels that I'm kicking. Drake, you kick the jewels that you kick into the youth to get how you got where you got. And Kendrick, you kick to the youth how you got where you got. Those are two different areas, and that can impact the world. Instead of letting these other people take the kids' eyes off of what's really need to be seen, and they're putting their eyes on booty shaking, sexualization, gang violence, guns, and all that drug abuse. Get them off of that. Keep them on the music, but keep them on the music that's going to keep them going through their journey. Because the drill rappers, and I'm be honest with you, I don't care how many people like, who you like, how he dressed, he this, that, they ain't going to last long. There's certain rappers you know that they're going to be here and their name is going to live a long time. See, the rappers that we once bigged up in the past, and if you still hear about them and you still see them going, that's because their name, they stood for something. And they're still here because they're here fighting for what they stood for, even if nobody else believes in it. I give you a good one. Do you remember the last thing 50 Cent was wearing? You don't. Because his greatness overlooks what he presents himself to be. It doesn't matter. You know who he is. You know his story. You know what he stands for. And that's the reason why certain artists are great. Other artists, you could probably tell me, oh, he had these sneakers on because you're all distracted on these other things that took you off of the main point that he was supposed to be there to tell his story. It's about the story you tell. That's what keeps your longevity. A lot of these people ain't got a story. They just got viral moments. They don't got the story. They got the money, they don't know where to put it. The story is what keeps you substantial. The story is what keeps you living. The story is what keeps you going on and people still believing in you. If you just do something and destroy somebody and kill somebody, how long do you think this is going to last? That's the easiest thing to do. There's going to be another guy doing that, another guy doing that, and the story is going to be all the same. We're going to be confused by the names. Little this, little that, it's the same. If when you stand for something, you kind of realize that everything outside really is no meaning. It's what's about what's inside. That's the things that really brings you value. What you write down, what you tell people, how it connects with people, how does it make people feel? Those are the things that makes you a substantial artist. Not going out there and just attracting people by your body or the way you look or trying to just shake in front of the camera. Prostitutes could do that. Strippers could do that. And sometimes they make more than you. So you're in the wrong business. Nobody gonna love you like you love you. So when you're going out there, raise your own value. Don't let people put this intake of how it's supposed to be. And you just follow this blueprint that you don't even know what's the end of it. These kids are looking up to you. They're looking up to us. They think we cool. But the coolness that they think that we're a part of is the destruction, the fighting. I'm stronger than him, tougher than him. All that stuff is crazy. That's crazy thinking. It's not only crazy thinking, it's just for people that like destroying people. The kids should be looking up to who's the smartest person. That's what makes you really cool. Who's the person that can figure all this out when everybody couldn't? That's what makes you the real man. Not the guy that just run in there and throw some money on the kitchen table and say, honey, this is yours. That ain't no love in that. It's the guy that sat there and watched the bank account go up with your shorty while he was sitting on the laptop with the family huddle around like, damn, we finally got somewhere. That's the family they should be putting out there. That other guy, he's in and out of the house. He ain't really there for nothing. He ain't standing on nothing. He just throwing money. That's not how you build. You gotta see things through. You say you want to be this type of person, you want to be this type of man, you want to be this type of woman, see it through. You can't be an angel today and a demon tomorrow and expect God. He's confused. And we are too. I don't know who I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. I don't know where, people think they're gonna just, just be like demons the rest of their life, and they're gonna take that one day of forgiveness, and it's just gonna clear up their sins. Like, come on, we know better than that. We know you read through the scriptures, you live by it, and those sins are washed away as you live your life, uplifting others. We know it ain't a snap of a finger. Only God could do that. But we sit here and we watch people. Come on, man. The more we sit and just not do anything about it, the more we become a part of it. Somehow, some way, it's going to leak into our family or knock right on our front door. It ain't the way to live. It ain't the way to live. It ain't the way to live, man. We got to take the energy and turn the whole energy around from destruction and start building back with people, having more trust in people. All this political stuff got people so back and forth. You never notice when election time and politic time, the most deaths happen. People fighting back and forth is always the most when politicians going back and forth is the energy. The energy make people feel like that your next door neighbor ain't, just because they ain't agreeing with what you're agreeing with, you want to hurt them. Meanwhile, we not even the ones fighting each other. It's them fighting them. Social media brought us closer, so while people's states and countries are going at war and we're watching, we don't have no problem with the people in there that's living out there. We realize that. We realize who's the people fighting. They're the ones, not us, not the civilians, but we the ones that take the bunk of all the hurt. Whether the taxes go up, people get killed, people lose people in their family, trauma is spreading out through the world because of what? War. We don't know what's going on right now, and that's the reason why. Because everybody's on this take, and the destruction's in the air. The destruction is the commercial for 2024. I'm just waiting for the rebuilding points. That's when I'm gonna come in, with my lumberjack on. The rebuilding, that's what I want to be a part of. Not the part of people just destroying people. We got to get those people out. We are living in the times where people that they acting like they was somebody else, and they finally, social media finally called them out. Now they're in trouble. They ducking and hiding, running and hiding. Running and hiding, y'all. When are people gonna wake up? I also heard that and back to the Julio situation, that two other people got killed behind it. It's the cycle never ends. It's an ongoing cycle. And now you have to be the coolest or you have to be the toughest because of social media, right? You don't. It's all in your head. It's all in your head. I think I'm gonna do a reaction on it. I've seen females out there with guns more in my life in these times than ever. And one side of me says, I understand, because females are not being, a lot of females are getting hurt in these times with the over sexualization. I done seen this guy in the Bronx, now they're looking for him because he went and sexually abused somebody at 12, a 12-year-old girl. And he run off and he don't even know the camera's on him. But thank God the camera's on him. They still looking for him. Don't think people ain't watching, and don't think people forgot. You can't do that to that little girl, because that little girl can't sleep at night. And that little girl's gonna be hurt for the rest of her life. And people don't see it that way. He just pull up his pants and run off. And you tell me you can't train your kids or know what your kids is doing? You raising demons. You raising kids that feel like if they can't accomplish something, they just gotta go out there and take it. It's the same person that's running in the store taking somebody else's thing. It's the same person that's robbing the lady for her chain. It's the same person that's taking off that little girl's drawers and taking something from her that they're not supposed to take from her. But y'all, people are blindfolded to it. It's the same person. It's the same energy. It's the same demonic energy. When are we gonna wake up and do something about it? Even the cops fed up. They don't even know who to shoot anymore. It's sad. We at that point. While people were celebrating, people were dying in other coasts. And people knew that, but they numbed themselves with the liquor, and they numbed themselves with these things that's just blinding. But when they wake up from the numbness, the problem is still there. We gotta wake up. We gotta do better, because in these times it can get worse than this, and that's what people don't realize. They figure, okay, we can make it through it. No, it could get worse than this. It can get really bad. You might not have the vision to see how it can get, but you definitely know how it was, and how and the people. So many people passed away. You can just look around and you can name a new person every single day. There's something going on that is it's way bigger than ourselves. And the only way we can control it, the only way we can come to some kind of resolution, is understanding the energy of people, how to treat people, how to carry yourself, and what you present yourself and what you put on social media. It all comes back to you, whether it's good or bad. Salute y'all. You know I love y'all. For real. For real, for real. Even and it's all about how you think and how you present yourself, because these kids are watching, y'all. They watching us. So if we present ourselves in a way where we solve our problems on a less confrontational, maybe showing our kids that we can get out of solutions and make solutions out of things instead of fighting, then that gives them a whole different way, a whole different outlook to defend themselves in situations. That can help. These little things can help these kids. Trust me, they watch it. Every little thing, down to your colors, how you present yourself, your demeanor, everything they're watching, and they're taking it all in. So the best thing to do is just be on your best person. You don't have to present yourself the toughest person when you're going out there and doing what you got to do. All you have to be is the it's not even being righteous. It's just being good. Just being good to people. The biggest and the one of my favorite movies of all time, by one of my favorite directors of all time, Spike Lee, the legend himself. Spike said it. Just do the right thing. Just do the right thing. If you have questions about what's going on and you feel like you have no resolution, just do the right thing. You see something going on, just do the right thing. If everybody took that on and just thought to themselves, I'm just going to do the right thing, it'll be less crime and less things. Just do the right thing. You want to open up a business? Just do the right thing. Take the steps it takes to get there. You have a lot of time ahead of you. These kids they out there living like there's no tomorrow. These are and it's so sad they don't have these depictions of our black leaders. It should be like the same movies that really meant to us. Show these kids it. Show these kids to do the right thing movies. Show these kids these movies that meant so much to you, that maybe could have shaped a different outlook of how you looked at it, and they'll catch on. They'll catch on. No, a good movie is a good movie. It has no, it's priceless. It's gonna live on and on and on. So we already know that. But if just let them know if they have any questions or and you can't and you don't have an answer for it, just tell them what Spike said. Do the right thing. And that's why it meant so much to our culture. That's why that man means so much to us. Because the messaging in his he told you how it could happen, what could happen, or how it can go if we didn't structure ourselves as a black culture. He told you before the gentrification. He tackled all of this in his movies, and that I don't know. I might be giving y'all too many jewels. They trying to hold y'all. Y'all gotta like and share this up there. I'm giving y'all too many jewels, and they messing with the live. So y'all gotta hold me down. Trust me, when I'm giving this out to y'all, this ain't easy. It's coming from my heart. So y'all gotta make sure that I see they in and out with the trying to do the live all funny. You know how they go for our people. So the best thing y'all can do right now is just like and share it. Hold your boy down. If anything I'm saying means anything to you, make sure y'all like and share this to somebody else so it can get around. Because people out here faking it, they're giving this fake energy, and they just want you to buy and subscribe to every nonsense that they're doing. And meanwhile, at the end of the year, when you look at your bills or the money you could have saved, you got so many subscriptions to this nonsense. They saying this and this. We not on that. We trying to uplift our peoples over here. So make sure y'all support the channel and like and share it. Cause I don't know, they playing with it. They playing with the live. They can't do nothing with the kings though. Because we always gonna be here to give you jewels. And these are free jewels. These are this I will never ever charge somebody or for something that can uplift the culture or something that you can take with you and help your family out. I'm never ever like that. If you want to support me, that's why I have a brand. That's why I'm a fashion designer, because I put my heart into my clothing, and people who want to dress different and original, you could also support me there. That's inspired by dreams.shop. So it's nothing to hide with me, man. Just kicking it from my heart, and that's just how I go, you know? So I see them playing with the live. We got to keep it going. Make sure y'all like this up, like this up, like this up. Tell a friend and tell a friend, like this up. Do y'all hear me? I'm not muted or anything. Can y'all hear me? Just put a thumbs up or something, or a one if y'all hear me. Word. It's really sad out there, but we want the best for people, but at the same time we want people to be their best self and not the or one, y'all hear me? Okay, not to be their exceptional self. I know people are. Let's talk about a little bit of the Kendrick Lamar. I love Kendrick Lamar, but I love Drake too. But I want to give this Kendrick his proper due and just the work he's been putting in. Let me let y'all know something. When you know just the whole Drake wave, that is hard to even, that man has accomplished so much. But Kendrick, on the other hand, he's accomplished so much too. But there's a thing that sits with people in their hearts on the what you put down, like his music, the words, the things he stood for. And I'm not saying anybody else not stands. Please don't put this as a comparison. I just want to speak directly on Kendrick right now. The things he stood for, there's a lot of uplifting music that Kendrick Lamar has put out in his career that to this day still uplifts people, and that's the type of music that's always going to be around. Now, getting into this whole battle, him and back and forth, sometimes the king got to come off the throne, and another king got to come off their throne, and they got to grab their swords and they got to go at it. And it's that going at it. It's only a king's going at it. It's not for everybody, the onlookers, to everybody to be going at it. No, then there will be no. It be not. It won't be as fun, right? So it has to be the kings going at it. They go back in their place. They get themselves back together, and then they present themselves again. This is not a stopping point for Kendrick or Drake. This is a point where they can take hip hop to where it has to be at this certain point because they have the attention and the ears of people. I love the video. It's cool. It's fun. It has a good energy to it. I know there's little parts in there that it could have been left out, like the grave stuff, because it kind of mirrors the drill type of energy, but I know he wasn't going in that route because I know him as an artist and the things that he stand for. He's not like that. So at the end of the day, we gotta see the best in the people that really are trying to do the best for us. We can't just tear down all these artists and then we have no artists to, be a good representation of hip hop. And that's one of the reasons why I really wanted to speak on Kendrick. I love everything that's going on, but I just want them to turn the energy into this building energy. Something we can do. There's a lot of rappers that did it and they've been successful, and I think that it's not going to be a hard change to get the youth on this building and ownership mode. Instead of you guys taking your money because you guys made so much money and putting your investment, start investing into the people that supported you and get them where they have to be and the youth where they have to be. And here, just listen to the youth. Listen to what they have to say about the things. Because it's such a widespread when you ask a question like, who's your favorite rapper of all time? You'll be so surprised how big this world is, and so many people will have so many different answers. It's not just going to be one name or two names. No, it's going to be so many names, and those are people that were impacted directly from that artist. And I guarantee every name that you hear are great artists. Every name. So we don't want to get past that. We just want to big people up for their great hard work. So shouts out to Kendrick for the Not Like Us video. That was really dope. I'm going to go check it out after this too and see what people have been talking about. But the energy of the song is what really carries me. I try to take the negative out of it, and I try to just insert the fact that he brought people together. That's the way I look at it. And I'm just being biased about it because I don't want to see hip-hop crumble in front of our eyes because everybody thinks that this versus energy is the way to go. That's the real reason why. I'm just keeping it a hundo with y'all. I'm keeping it a hundo. That's the only reason. Also, rest in peace to RobStone. I forgot to tell you guys this. I don't know if you guys read. Do you guys remember he's the founder of the music magazine TheFader. Rest in peace to him, man. He passed away. Cancer, man. This. I hope one day we can come to a point where all of these diseases and things have cures for them. But he passed away, and yeah, he was the founder of the Fader magazine. I remember just reading a whole bunch of magazines. I remember the Fader. The Fader was really good. The Fader was a good magazine. So, and he was a part of hip hop too. So rest in peace to RobStone, and healing energy out to his family. So yeah, man. Yeah, it's just it's sad. So many people, they're just getting snatched away from us. We gotta be good. We gotta put out that good energy. Be good to God again, so we can live these long lives. Let's be good to God again, and show Him our best person. And don't just show us our survival sides anymore. Let's start showing Him our righteous side instead of our survival side. Survival, you'll do anything just to survive, but you'll hurt anybody behind you, in front of you, just to survive. What is that? As people, we got to come together, not just survive. We can do better than that. We've accomplished so much as far as technology. We've accomplished so much as far as like people just coming together. Why can't we just come together and build and start getting like cures of things and come together more, instead of just coming together for like destruction, come together to rebuild stuff. You'd be surprised, even out here in New York, you guys. So even in my neighborhood, there's so many neighborhoods that's being affected by things. You just see a lot of stores closing, and it's starting to look so like, it's just so like, I don't know, so empty. Like it's like almost like a race of culture. I like to see my little West Indian stores and my little dollar stores in here and there, because that's what I grew up on, and I like to see people outside. But when the energy just tears people down and people can't pay their bills and these stores are closing, it just feels like such a depressing feeling to see people are not like taking that happiness or having even that happiness to go out there and just wanting to do better. It really sucks, man. I like to read the energy of not just people online, but just the energy of outside and the things around. And I see a lot of people that are not happy because of the circumstances right now. It's just not right. And I'll be honest with you, us as the people, it's really not our fault. It's a lot of people like bankers and politicians, and them people owe people money and things been happening. We don't really know what's going on. This is all alleged stuff, but we know we didn't do it. We didn't run it up like that. We didn't run it up like that. We see people running it up, but it wasn't us. So where did the money go, and why can't we as people get a better, some kind of something substantial where our families can have a better base to raise our families. You know, it's like people are so greedy in these times. You got to be very careful because people just want their agenda pushed and their agenda being answered. But at the end of the day, everybody has something to say and everybody has something to contribute to society. We don't have to sit around and just wait for him to do that or her to do that. No, we all have our ways of adding something of what we do or what God put us here to do to society. That's how it should really be. They're more worried about job cuts and they mad because the minimum wage is going up. This is all money to deal with. Give us our money, man. Why when somebody go to work, they can't be happy for what they get paid for? What times are we living in? There's so many people going to work and when the paycheck time come, they're not even happy. That's not how it's supposed to be. When paycheck time come, you're supposed to be the happiest. But people is like, come on now. It's just we know something is going on way bigger than we can handle, and I don't care if nobody wants to say it, but we all need help in some way. We all need a little extra help. People are out here thinking that they trying to show off this perfect life or they got this and that. You're not a celebrity that made it to that point. You're just a regular person and you're throwing away the little bit you got, trying to put this fake energy that it doesn't really mean anything. You're only trying to shine on the people, looking down on the people that's behind you. And who is that? That's the people that you grew up with and the people that your neighborhood. Those are the people that really need you to take some of that money and build up the community. But you showing it off online or putting it in the slip of somebody's ass online. Come on now, we could do better than that. We can do way better than that. We got to start managing our lives and prioritize ourselves right, especially about the people we keep around us. You know, I've been on that. I've been on that. I'm an introvert, so that was like an easy thing for me to do. The only thing that could open this door is like the love key. If it ain't that, then this door is gonna stay shut. I'm fine with it, and I could prosper and help other people from from where I'm at instead of me going out there looking for something that doesn't even serve me. I appreciate you. You know, I appreciate you. Because I always try to keep it from the heart, man, because I see a lot of things. People out here getting hurt, and up to this point, I see everybody, like, around the world, people are dealing with trauma. It don't matter where you go. You could take your vacation. If you take your vacation to Jamaica right now, hurricanes, Barbados, where my family from, they've dealt with it, and in Texas they're dealing with it. This is things that's taking and wiping people everything that they own away. And while these people are losing everything over here on this side of the world, people partying, not even looking like not even realizing what's going on over here. That's what's happening. But social media bringing us close enough so when they wake up in the morning, they see the pictures of what's happening there and what's happening there, and it's still the trauma still go around no matter what anybody do. You can't lock that out. That trauma is reeking. Because the more I see more mothers cry on the news and people getting, and young kids losing it and taking their life for granted, is the more that I see that thing keep going and going and going and going. The cycle keep continuing because nobody's coming up with no solutions. They just get on here like they having a press meeting about a youth being killed, and then it's off to the next post. Who's next? Some celebrity did something to somebody or slept with somebody, and everybody's mind's already connecting to that and running to that, not realizing that you're running and leaving the youth right there dead on the floor. And that person had a story on that floor, and meanwhile you're going over there and you're dancing, you're back to the same party that you began with. It's a cycle they got you on. But the minute you close down your social media and just pay attention to what's going on, you're like, wait, hold on, more people out here dying than living. They don't want to tell you that though. Because it seems like people right now, they're happy with making a profit off of dead people. It seems that's what's going on. It seems people not caring about the person anymore. They more care about what that person name, and then when they pass away, they take all of their belongings and pass it and throw it in the air and celebrate like some wicked wolves. But it ain't right because mothers, when they cry, man, it run deep and it make people shiver. It's one thing for a man to cry, but when a mother cry, come on now. Just because the camera cut off, you think that mother still ain't crying? She can't sleep at night. She can't sleep at night. Come on now, we can do better than that. We can do better than that. I'm not happy that the 4th of July turned out that way. So many mass shootings around the world and people just, when's the next album dropping? But I see people so excited about things that don't mean anything at all. But the real truth is it's gonna hurt. It's gonna affect everybody eventually. Trust me, even me, because it affects everybody when you see people not caring for other people's lives, and that's what affects people because the trauma desensitizes and dehumanize you. And now when you go out there, you have no worth in yourself, and you don't know how to guard yourself or protect yourself because you expect it to happen. And that's the cycle they put you on. But you break out of that and you learn how to heal people. And then the people that come around you will love you for who you are and not what you wear and how you present yourself, because they'll know you for who you are. And the more people keep living like that, we'll have more respect for the people around us. But we too busy nosy looking around what they got, what they got, what they got. They ain't got anything. What you see on the camera ain't that. Well, so what? What does that mean? So what? I can wear a Rolex on my way down in the dirt. Somebody can dig that person up and take that Rolex off their arm. They can't go to heaven. Jewelry don't float. Jewelry don't fly. It don't have no spirit in it. It can't go nowhere. So that's why people are stuck. Because all the things they try to hold on to, it has no value really to it. This is stuff, this nonsense. And then the kids looking up thinking that it's everything. So if your parents respect all that nonsense and that junk, what do you think the kids, they're going to worship it? Am I lying? I ain't lying. Don't you know, as this is how you should treat it. If you have enough money to afford it, that should be just enough for you not to buy it. Because you already know who you're trying to prove it to. You know you work hard. You know you can buy that bag. You know you can buy the Louis bag. You know how you shop. You will wait till a nice holiday or something, and then the hard work you put in, you put your piece together, and you go get that Louis bag because you worked hard for it. You don't have to go match up with that girl because she went to the concert and she threw up some bag. So what? She almost got shot at that concert. Did she tell you that? She was shaking her ass and this guy grabbed her and almost did something to her in the bathroom. Did she tell you that? While you was home with your good husband and not having no worries at all. You was in the better position, sweetheart. Fix your queen. Queen, you gotta get your crown and fix it like this. Dude, that's how I usually fix mine. When I feel off, I be like, no, you know what, my crown, no matter what you want, just fix your shit because they're fooling you. The people that they put out there that's one's getting married, this and that, and they got like skimpy clothes on and this and that. They're not gonna be married for long. Real society, you don't disrespect your partner. You find out the things that your partner values and the things they respect. And that will show by while you carry yourself out there, you should be able to carry yourself and your partner don't have to be with you and they know that you have somebody. Because you respect your partner that much that you carry yourself with enough decency to let somebody know the energy on you, I'm taking. Does it look like I'm trying to show you or present sex to you? No, I'm beautiful in myself. Whether the clothes look sexual to you or not, you already know don't approach me because I'm taken. People out here, that you can't have a ring and people feeling like your energy is available. That's cheap love. That's like love on sale, love for a weekend, that ain't gonna get you nowhere. The best, lately I've been seeing like the best couples I've been seeing are like lesbian couples because they be so into each other. And I'd be like, damn, that's kind of crazy. Like they be so into each other that they don't care about who's talking about them around. They just into each other. And straight couples need to take something from that. Stop worrying about what everybody else around you is doing and just concentrate on the person you love. Because it's going to take a whole lot of that to keep building this lifelong relationship. Until you get to that point, you'll never understand why love sometimes hurts. When love hurts, you don't run away from it. You take it in. It's just an understanding that every day is not going to be the best day. Nowadays, people, one thing go wrong in the relationship, they run. So what? Everybody makes mistakes, and then everybody's not going to make the same mistake. But, I mean, you're not going to stick around, though? Like for real, like come on now. Come on now. People on this short term stuff, I can't deal with it. I just can't deal with it. People are disappearing out here like magicians doing tricks on people. Like people just out here running to the wrong people and putting all their time and their love into somebody that don't even care. And the whole world telling them, and they just stuck on this. This is how it looks. This is how I'm presenting myself. He makes me feel this certain way. It's all artificial, sweetheart. Behind the scenes, these men putting hands on people and hurting people. They ain't trying to take you for just what you got in your panties. They trying to take your soul, queen. You think it's just about your panties. They trying to take your soul. That's where the worth is. It's not what you got down there. It's what you got in here. It's that soul is what they want. Once they snatch your soul, you can't get back in that dress and feel good, no matter how beautiful you look, queen. Did you know that? Did you know you don't have to overdo yourself when somebody really loves you? You don't have to throw in a whole cake up of makeup just trying to show something that you're not. You don't have to keep revisiting the first time you met your man because he loved you already for who you are. Did you know that? You don't have to change your body. If he fell in love with you for what you had, that's what you had. Why are you adding to that? That's what God gave you. That's why he came to you. He brought you two together so that you have a match. But people go out there with their fake self and they're putting this on, slapping this on, doing this type of surgery. Kids don't even look like them. There's no resemblance in the family. They look like the Addams family when it's on the wall. If it's on the wall. That ain't no family. We can't look at family as just like a business. That's not how it works. Because you can have if you want to look at it as a business, then you can have a bad business and still be successful as a family because the love is there. It's when you attach money to it and you have to, these things outweigh what you really, your values, your morals, that's when the family gets split up and everybody's going all these ways. There's no faith in that. There's no faith in that. To whoever your higher power may be, there's no faith in that. And I just wanted to get that to you because people out here, sometimes it just makes me feel like people, they're going to keep doing the nonsense till they get to the point where they can't do it no more. And it's always too late at that point. Yeah, you're getting views. Yeah, you're getting your money. What about the person beside you, the person behind you, the person in front of you, the people that love you? Or how are they looking at you? How's the intake of what you do? What's the response you get back from it? Is it a negative response? Oh, so now you don't care because it's a negative response. You don't care about nothing. If the world hates you because of the stuff you spew out your mouth and it's disrespectful to people every day, you don't care. But I'm telling you, it's going to come a time where that stuff is going to weigh on you and it's going to beat you down. It's part of the stress. It's just a patch in your stressful life that you have to get yourself out of. If you start looking at people like it's something like they're making this worth of how they present themselves, then it'll be all fake. I got to this point being who I am from the things that I have inside, the things that I did for people and how I presented myself in life, not for the image or my hats that I come up here and try. No, it's none of that stuff. That's not what made me who I am. That's not why people love me for who I am. Outside of social media, I'm somebody. A lot of people, they get on here and they try to build this person on social media. You can't do that. You can't do that. Just bring whoever you were out there, just bring it to here. And people will connect with you better than you having to put on this facade and leading people in the wrong direction because it ain't the route to go. That's all I have to say to you guys, man. I love you guys. If you enjoyed this, share it to somebody that it can help somebody. If you've been I always speak on the sexual abuse. If you've been a victim of any of this stuff, you get on your knees every night and pray. Don't pray for no money. Don't pray for no big house. Don't pray for no new car. Pray that God give you the guidance to make it through this journey and help the next person. All right? Love y'all. Until next time, it's your boy Mickey made it. And I got an animation coming for you guys. I didn't forget. You don't think it's a dope story. If you guys paying attention to my animations. They're really, really good. And I probably have that for you tomorrow night. I probably release it. I don't know, maybe tomorrow or the next day, okay? So I love you guys, and make sure y'all share this, and support the brand Inspired by Dreams. Get yourself a hoodie. I got dope stuff, not only just unisex for girls and guys. I got 2 separate sections for you guys too. So go check out the brand, and I get up.